welcome back to Question Everything, where we are looking into life's biggest questions on motivation, self-help, spirituality, and growth. Today, we're tackling a powerful question. Are we being buried, or are we being planted?
You know what's fascinating? Ancient philosophers figured out how to handle anxiety and uncertainty thousands of years ago, but we're only now rediscovering their wisdom in an age where mental health struggles are at an all-time high.
That's such an interesting point. We've had this psychological medicine cabinet sitting right in front of us for centuries, just gathering dust.
And what's really striking is how perfectly these ancient teachings map onto modern challenges. I mean, when we look at this dialogue between a mentor and a student, it's like reading a conversation from today.
Well, the student situation certainly feels familiar. That overwhelming anxiety about the future, watching everyone else seemingly crushing it while feeling completely lost.
You know what really jumps out to me? The way they flip the whole concept of finding your purpose on its head. Instead of this endless search out there in the world, they suggest something pretty radical.
Tell me more about that. What's their take?
Well, let's hear it from them. This tell is called The Gardener and the Seed, a dialogue on Stoicism and finding purpose.
I don't know what to do. I feel completely overwhelmed. I look at the future, and all I see is uncertainty and competition. Everyone else seems to have a plan, a purpose, but I just feel lost. It's a constant state of anxiety, like I'm standing at the edge of something huge, and I have no idea which way to step.
Well, I understand. It feels like being caught in a storm without a rudder. You see the waves, you feel the wind, but you have no control over the direction of the ship. The noise is deafening, and peace feels impossible.
Exactly. How can I find my purpose when I can't even find a moment of quiet in my own head?
You are asking the right question, but perhaps starting from the wrong place. You feel you must find your purpose out there in the world. Let's begin with a different idea, a single foundational concept. Let's start not with the world, but with you. The foundation, there is understanding purpose and control. The first step is to accept a simple but profound truth. Your life already has a purpose. You are not a mistake. You were sent here specifically to do something valuable. The Bible describes us as God's masterpiece, created with good works planned for us long ago. God shaped a plan and then shaped you specifically for that plan. This is why you are necessary.
A masterpiece? That's hard to believe when I feel so flawed and confused.
Well, think about it. How much of our daily anxiety comes from trying to control things we absolutely cannot influence? The weather, other people's opinions, the economy, whether our favorite team wins.
Oh man, I feel personally attacked right now. Especially about that sports team part.
That is because you are focusing on the things you cannot control. This ancient religious idea of inherent purpose finds a powerful, practical partner in an ancient philosophy designed to build a tranquil mind. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. This is the cornerstone of tranquility. We must distinguish what is ours to command from what is not. Let's make this simple. Think of it like this: within your control, your choices and how you respond to events. Outside your control, the events themselves. Within your control, your actions and the effort you put forth. Outside your control, the outcome of your actions, winning or losing. Within your control, your judgments about what is good or bad. Outside your control, other people's opinions, words, and actions. Within your control, your performance as an athlete. Outside your control, the referee's calls or if the other team cheats. Within your control, your standards for your own behavior. Outside your control, the weather, the economy, or a surprise diagnosis. Within your control, your character and the person you choose to be. Outside your control, whether people respect you or cheer you on. Peace is not found by bending the world to your will, but by focusing your energy entirely on your own actions, thoughts, and choices.
That makes sense. Focusing on what I can control seems less daunting. But what about the rest? How do I handle the difficult things? The losses, the failures, the injustices that are completely outside of my control. It feels impossible to just ignore them.
Well, you use the mindset, shaping your inner world. You don't ignore them, you transform them. The Stoics had a concept for this. Amor Fati, or a love of one's fate. It doesn't mean you must enjoy pain, but that you learn to not just bear what is necessary, but to love it.
Love my suffering. How is that possible?
It's a shift in perspective. When something goes wrong, like when a soldier's mission is cancelled, a promotion is denied, an unexpected problem arises, his response is always the same. Good. Didn't get the job you wanted? Good. Now you can gain more experience and build a better resume. Got injured? Good. You needed a break from training. Unexpected problems? Good. We have to figure out solutions. This isn't denial, it is the choice to see every event as an opportunity. The Emperor Marcus Aurelius used a powerful metaphor for this. He said a person should be like a blazing fire that makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Obstacles become fuel. He famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way."
So, I need to train my mind to see obstacles as fuel. But how do I build that kind of mental strength before the crisis hits?
Through practice, one of the most effective tools is visualization. Elite athletes, CEOs, and even chess prodigies use it. It's a form of mental rehearsal. There are two types. The first is outcome visualization, envisioning your desired endpoint, like an audience giving you a standing ovation. The second is process visualization. This is the key. You envision every single step toward that outcome, engaging all your senses. You imagine the challenges that might arise and mentally rehearse how you will navigate them. You are training your brain to respond to expected difficulties before they even happen.
I see. It's about building the mental pathways for resilience. But I need more than just a mindset. What are the concrete daily habits I can use to build this life?
The practice, 4 daily rules for a good life. Philosophy is not just a theory, it is a practice, a set of rules to live by. The Stoics knew that life was exhausting, so they created rules to stay on the right path. Here are 4 you can begin with immediately. First, own your morning. A day well begun is half done. Marcus Aurelius fought the urge to stay under his warm covers, reminding himself of his duty as a human being. He said, "Journal. Clarify your mind." Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus all did it. It provides room for private reflection and prepares you for the day ahead. Take a walk. The Stoics sought stillness, and paradoxically, putting the body in motion is the best way to still the mind. Seneca said, "We should take wandering outdoor walks so that the mind might be nourished and refreshed." Do deep work. Concentrate on what is most important before the day gets away from you. Spend time on your most crucial task without interruption. Good work is created in small, consistent steps. Second, filter your actions. Marcus Aurelius gave us a simple but powerful tool for finding peace. At every moment, ask yourself this question: does this serve virtue, or will this move me forward? Third, seek wisdom through reading. The founder of Stoicism, Zeno, was told by an oracle to have conversations with the dead. He meant reading through books. We can speak with the wisest people who have ever lived. Seneca wrote that through reading, we can annex all ages into your own. You can have Lincoln, Shakespeare, and Aurelius as your personal mentors. To ignore this opportunity is to choose to be illiterate when you have a superpower at your fingertips. Fourth, hold high standards with grace. The Stoic Cato hated excess and luxury, yet he adored his brother, who was far less strict. This illustrates a core principle.
These are powerful rules. But what about when things are truly terrible? When you're facing deep suffering and it feels like all hope is gone, like you're being buried alive?
The challenge, enduring hardship and embracing mortality. Your question reveals the deepest fear. And here, we must reframe our entire understanding of hardship. You feel like you are being buried, but have you ever considered that there is no difference in the motion between being buried and being planted? A seed must be buried in a dark, hard place to germinate and grow. Often the seasons of greatest growth and advancement are the ones that are the most difficult. The struggle is a setup.
So the pain is part of the process. The planting.
Yes. And while you are in that dark place, remember the wisdom of Seneca, who cautioned us to not suffer imagined troubles. He wrote, "We suffer more from imagination than from reality." How many of your past worries actually came to pass? As Mark Twain quipped, he had known a great many troubles in his life, but most of them never happened. We anticipate sorrows and allow our imagination to cause more pain than the event itself ever could. Focus only on the present reality. Finally, there is one last concept that gives urgency and meaning to all the others. Memento Mori. Remember you must die. This is not a morbid thought, it is the key to living. Seneca reminds us that we are mistaken to think death is an event in the distant future. This is our big mistake, to think we look forward toward death. Most of death is already gone. Whatever time has passed is owned by death. You are dying every day. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. This realization is not meant to create fear, but to inspire you to live fully, to put nothing off, and to seize the present moment while it still belongs to you.
Being planted, not buried. Not suffering from imagination. And living now because death owns the past. It all fits together. I feel lighter.
Conclusion: the path is made by walking.
I came here feeling like a victim of my circumstances, tossed around by a world I couldn't control. But now I see that the power has been with me all along. It's not about controlling the world, but about controlling my choices, my mindset, and my actions. I am not a leaf in the wind. I am the gardener of my own soul.
You have grasped the essence of it. But remember, this understanding is only the first step. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, said that well-being is attained by little and little, and nevertheless is no little thing itself.
Wow, what a story, right? Leaves you thinking, that is how a good life is built. The path is not found. It is made by walking. Your journey has just begun.
That's such a great way to put it. It's not about being morbid, it's about being motivated.
And I think that's what makes this whole philosophy so practical and powerful. It's not about achieving some perfect state of enlightenment. It's about making better choices, moment by moment.
Like they say, well-being is attained little by little, but it's no little thing itself.
Exactly. And as we wrap up today, I think that's the key takeaway. You don't have to figure everything out at once. Just take one small step, make one good choice, learn one new thing.
And remember, if you're feeling buried right now, you might just be being planted. That's a perfect place to end.
What a transformative question. Want to spark your own journey? Download our free journal prompt in the description. Plus, grab our ebook for 50 questions to fuel your hero's journey.
Subscribe, hit the bell, and question everything with courage. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Keep walking your path, and we'll catch you next time.